Hey guys, so I'm here to do a final review on this hair that I got from Queen King Hair on AliExpress, finally. So as you can see, this side is more wavier and fluffier than this side, because this side I had flat ironed it, this side I had actually steamed it, thinking it'd go straight, but I probably had to use my comb, but I just steamed it thinking it'll just lie flatter, but it didn't actually wave back up, which is another good thing to this hair. So, I have this little wig in my hand from Diosa Hair just to show you guys how my hair would look. This is how this hair was looking. It had like the bumps and like the knots, and here was very, very, very matted. Very matted. If I sleep on it, I wake up and I had to brush the hair out, and I would get about let me show you guys a lot of shedding from it, but I don't know if that's from me cutting the tracks, but mostly it could be from me cutting the tracks, but still I had sealed them a little bit. So I would pull the hair out my brush and it would be, oh good, there's some hair in here. So now it's not shedding, surprisingly, but I would get about, let's see, about 10 of these guys, like 10 of these guys in there from this hair. And the reason why I use this hair for comparison is because I've had this for a year. It's still soft, but I'm gonna throw this to the side because I don't want to get into that. This is for Queen King hair only. So this hair was body wave, and I had bought it with a 12-inch closure and a 16, no, not a 16, a 16, but not 16 first. So a 12-inch closure, a 12-inch bundle, then a 14, 16, 18, boom. So it was lovely when I first had it. The waves were popping. I used some curl renew spray from Garnier, and I don't have that near me right now, but I would use some of this as well, which is anti-humidity smoothing milk. I got it from Rite Aid. You can get it from beauty supply stores as well. So here comes the bad news. And I think this bad news was my fault. The closure was so nice, came to here, nice little curl. I was flat ironing my closure one day, and I don't know, like my makeup, it was serving as oil because I fried the shit out of my closure. Like, this closure is from Fanny Hair on AliExpress, so it blended pretty well. And I flat ironed it a couple times and it hasn't really gotten weak. I don't know if it's something to do with the closure or me, but I really think it was my fault as well. So I had put my makeup in my part, and as you know, most AliExpress closures come with that bump, and it's just so irritating. So I flat ironed it, and I was passing the flat iron through, and then all of a sudden I hear a tss, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And my closure went, I wish I had the other wig in my freaking hand, because I could have showed you. But in the next video, you'll see it. My closure went from a lace closure to a U-part. So it was no longer a lace closure wig. It was a U-part wig, because it just split right in half and it parted like Moses in the Red Sea. I was like, no. So I cried. Thank God I had another closure. Just sewed it right on. Took that one out. Sewed it right on. Perfect. Blended very well. Now, here comes the part where I start to cry. Okay, no. F that. So I went out a couple of times. I washed it. I deep conditioned it with silicone mix, and I was like, yes, this is perfect. It's nice and soft again. Then I put some product in it, and 2 or 3 days later, it turned on me. And I was just like, wait a minute, I thought it was cool. Like, I thought we were working together as a team. So I use basically products like this. So this is Sleek and Shine, and put it in there. I literally put like, I don't want to waste it because I'm not going to put it in my hair. But I literally put like half of a dime size amount in my hand. Like, if it was this much. So as you can see how much I put there. And I'm cheap as fuck. So let me just take this and scoop it right back up in there. So I use that much. Okay, and there's still some on my hand, but you know what? Shit won't hurt because I found out a way to hack it. So, try not to talk too much, but this hair, I'm trying to let you guys know before you buy this hair, like, what you gotta do, you know, just put you on. So, this hair started to get rough, tough. Like, it was, you could still brush it, but get ready for the little tumbleweeds that come out in your hand. And I realized this guy is a really good vendor. I don't know what's going on. Did I get a bad batch? And I realized my products aren't water based, but they're good for your hair also. But what is causing these products to react so badly to the hair? I did some soul searching through my phone for ways to revive this, and people say boil it. And I'm like, I've boiled Remy hair. I'm tired of boiling because you still have to do it every 2 months with the hair. I want something that, like, you know, I can do it and then, like, not have to go through the same harsh process every time boiling the hair, dealing with it. So instead of boiling, there's a way called steaming. And steaming the hair, it opens up the follicles in the hair to soak in the nutrients that you're giving it. So I will give you the rundown. Hair started to get tough. I said, I'm supposed to be going out tomorrow and I don't know what I'm going to do with this hair. And for me to buy the silicone mix, I have to buy a silicone mix, and then I have to buy the leave-in conditioner and the glosser shine, and that's just money I don't have right now. So a little birdie, Google and YouTube, thank God, told me how to do it. Now, you see this? Cocoa mango, next image? That's not what's in here. What is in this is half of water and half part apple cider vinegar. Because when I sprayed this on my hair, they're saying it's good for Remy hair and lace wigs. The hell it is not. Like, no, the hell it is not. This makes your hair so stiff. It make don't ever buy it. And I bought this for $6.49. And this is $6.49 worth of bullshit. So I poured it down the drain and I used this bottle since I couldn't, run to the nearest Dollar Tree because that's a train right away. I live in New York, but I needed to get home because, look, it's getting hot outside. So the heat is not going to want to turn on if it's warm outside at night. And I don't want to sweat to death just to dry my wig. And I want it to air dry. So I'm like, yeah, I need to get this stuff rolling now if I'm going to be leaving at a certain time the next day. So, took my mix, and I advise you don't just shake it up and then just start spraying it on the hair. I advise you to let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes to really get the, things to mix. Because when I sprayed it on the hair, it didn't really smell like vinegar until after a while. And then I started to spray more of it on. More of it on. So you let it sit, and then it really starts to take the smell. And when you really smell the apple cider vinegar, it's time to get to spraying. So I sprayed it throughout the hair, just sprayed it, saturated my hair with it. And of course I didn't have it on my head because I didn't want to smell like apple cider vinegar. So I put it on wig head here. So basically I just stick this in something and it stays. So I put that on the wig head and I let it sit and I put it in a plastic cap. And you get these 12 of them or 20 for $1 at Dollar Tree. And they're actually good because I can actually reuse these ones. And I was surprised because I usually think the Dollar Tree ones would just like freaking fall apart. But they're actually good. And I can reuse them, especially if I'm doing an apple cider vinegar rinse and then I'm using conditioner that I don't have to take and change. I don't know why. I just like Dollar Tree stuff. It's perfect. So then after that, I rinsed it out with warm to hot water. Like I said, the warm to hot water will open up the cuticles of the hair. So the cuticles are opened. I put it back on the wig head. And this. I recently relaxed my hair with Cream of Nature relaxer. And my cousin's like, Tiffany, use it. You need to use this one. Don't use silicone mix. I understand you love it, but you need to use this because this is thebomb.com. So I'm like, I'll buy like silicone mix and then I'll probably use some of my shine oil. But then I'm like, if you use silicone mix with the products that follow it, it's even better. But then something rang and said, Tiffany, you better get this shit. So I went and I got it. And it's for $5.49 plus tax. So let's roughly say about $6 a bottle. And I only used like this much. Usually when I am deep conditioning wigs that are tough and rough, I use like half the bottle. But I only use like up to here, from here to here. And I was just like, is this a lucky month? So then I always do is I use a dye brush, and I don't know why I don't have it with me, but I use a dye brush. Everybody's familiar with what a dye brush is. And I just take it and I go section by section, just like if I was to be coloring my hair. Some people like to rush through the process of conditioning your hair, but you need to make sure you coat every single strand of your hair. So what you do is comb it through after you're done deep conditioning it. You don't want to coat it to where it's like chunky and like conditioner's dripping out of it, just to make it look like slimy, kind of like glossy, slimy-ish way. So you just put some in a container. So I started out by using this much. And I tried to do this much on half of my hair. And you can also, after you condition one side, if you feel like you put too much, you can put the wet piece of hair on it. I'm saying dry. And you just try to paste it. And then sometimes that'll even coat the other section of hair. And that's how, this will probably last me for about 2 or 3 more revivals of this hair. If it gets a little bit rough and tough, if I get too product happy and put too much stuff in it, because I don't know, sometimes I like to not style it after I wash it. I just like to dry it, and then I want to be like, oh, now I want to put the products in. So this is a shampoo comb, 99 cents. So also with this one is from, I think, Diane, but there's one from Annie and they call it a detangling comb, which these two shits are the same thing. And the Annie ones try to sell it for like 50 cents more, like it's $1.49. I'm like, hell no, this is 99 cents. Don't try to play me. So I use this, comb it out. I never really use thin combs. I don't know where the thin comb is, but I usually only use the thin combs for the top, which is my closure, and then I'll take my time. I don't like to really rush through the closure because this closure did lose a little bit of hair, but you can also use like a root touch up or the Topic fiber thing, because it's like right here where the edges are. I'll pull it up so you can see like some of the hair is, well, you can't see it now because I filled it in, but it looks full. But I use some gel liner to just darken the closure, because it's like not like a big bald patch where they're gonna say, okay, you just put stuff on that. But there it is. Comb it with a thin comb by the closure. Take your time because you do not want to rip the hair out your closure, especially when the closure is wet and when the hair is taking in nutrients and all that jazz. So then after I do that, I brush it. Always comb before you brush, because when you brush, it makes you believe you take the tangles out, but that doesn't do shit. You have to comb it. So then I leave that in, and I leave it in there for like 30 minutes by itself without any heat. Then I take my gorgeous steamer, and actually this is my mom's, but I just begged her to use it. So I took it and I said, I want to do something with my wig. She's like, don't burn down my house. I'm like, okay. So take it, you fill it up to the maximum line, which is right here. It takes like 2 minutes to heat up, and this was $20 from Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, $20. So it's my little steamer Go Mini. That's the name of it. And I think this is a Joy Maniago thing, but that's a movie. It's called Joy. It's a movie came out with a lady who invented the mop. This is her shit right here, and it's good. So put it on the wig head, like I said, and you take the hair, and you don't go all in it, really. You just take it in the shower cap, and you just go on the shower cap with it, and it doesn't melt the shower cap. Don't worry, it's not gonna melt it. So it steams it very nicely. So this runs out very quick, so you'll probably have to do it 2 times or once if you want to, but then you can do it twice when you're actually taking the shower cap off. Because what I do is I take the shower cap off, And then I steam the hair itself with a conditioner so that it's opening up even more. And then I put the cap right back on. Then I let it cool down for about another 30-45 minutes. And then here comes the tricky part. When I'm washing my hair, I do not wash it with hot water when I am finishing my process. Throughout the processes, and I'm putting different things in it, of course, because I want the follicles of the hair to be open to take in that product, to give it the nutrients, to keep it nice and shiny. So what I do is I use a little bit of lukewarm, cool water to rinse, because if you just rinse it on straight cold water while the conditioner is in, it's going to, be harder for the conditioner to come out. So I use a little bit of lukewarm and I wash it and get all in the roots of the wig out. And then when I feel like all of it is out, then I turn it on to full cold. And I rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse. And I take it and I swish it. Come back up like this with the wig, with this motion holding it. Then I swish it, keep going. And that's good. So then after that, bring it back in here, yes, when it's cold and you're scrunching. Try not to scrunch it, but for me, I want to get all the product out because I don't want to leave any in there. So I do that, and I come through, take my sweet time, comb. Sometimes I wait till it's half dry, and I take 3 of my Holy Grails, which are right here. And I use about, like I said, like that little piece of it that I use, that's how much I use. So I'll take this much. I'll show you. So this much of each product, literally that much. And let me put it back in before it runs down my hand, because like I said, I'm cheap as shit. So I use that much. Or actually, the cap is a good size. So you can even take the cap off and try to put your products in there, and about this much. See if it can like fill up this little tiny cap of all 3 of them combined. Literally that much, like a little bit. And I just rub my hands together like this, make sure it's on everything, and then I just go down, and then I go under, and then I just leave it like that, comb it through. Then when it's finished, I'll put a little bit more of this, like a little bit. And then when I'm flat ironing it, what I do is I take this, and this is the Garnier Fructiques Sleek and Shine Flat Iron Protector, and I mist this through the hair. And I do not do this where they're like squinching it all up in the freaking closure. You're like soaking your braids underneath there and everything. No, I spray it like this. Shit, I'm like so far. So like I spray like this much, like far away, and I'm like this, like I'm afraid to spray it, and I just lightly mist it, or I'll spray some on the brush like this far away and brush it quickly through my hair. But some people do all, but I do it by section. So if I'm parting my hair in 4 sections, I'm gonna start with 1 section, and I'm gonna spray it on the brush or spray it away, then brush through, and then flat iron it. And then I'll do the next one and spray it, so that I'm not leaving it too long in there to penetrate, because I feel like sometimes this can make it stiff as well, because it says flexible hold. As you can see, it has levels, so that's almost like a hairspray. So that's why, and I don't put hairspray in this shit, not at all. They had one from Dove and it's very sticky. I don't really use that at all. I'll probably have to use that on like really good quality, good like $5,000 hair, because for certain AliExpress vendors, their hair is perfect. Like, this hair is so nice. Some people would want to look down on it and say, it's because it's getting stiff, but you do have to take care of this hair like it's real hair, because it's your real hair, because it is real hair. So I'm gonna wrap this video up, because I've gotten some thumbs down, and I probably think it's because I'm talking too much, but I try to be informative so that if anything goes wrong, they don't say, oh. And I also did not get paid to review this hair or anything. This was not sent to me. I bought this hair on my own, with my own cash money. But this hair, yes, you have to be careful with the products you use, but I can show you, like, look. And the cold, when you rinse it with cold water, it also takes a very good shine to the hair without even using shine oil. So as you can see, this side is wavy. So because I put the steamer in it thinking that it'll go straight, but it really didn't go straight. The steamer actually would make it go back to wavy almost. And even if you put flexi rods and you steam your hair, that's another way to keep the curls in there. But in the back, those snags that I had coming right out. So this hair is really good and I recommend it highly. So just be careful of what you put in it, especially these products that are out on the market that say they are for hair extensions. Some of them are really not for you. They'll betray you. So I hope you like this video. Everything is going to be down in the description box. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And everybody have a rainbow day. Bye.